Hello, good morning and welcome to the channel. My name's Keith Mason. Thank you very much for joining me. So today I'm going to attempt to be a tourist in my own town. I've decided to bring just a simple single camera, a single lens, and shoot exclusively in JPEGs with a particular film simulation. So today I am shooting with the Fujifilm X-T2, and I've put on a 18mm f2 lens. It's probably the first lens I ever bought when I had the X Pro 1, and I don't use it that much, so I'm trying to reacquaint myself with it. It's probably a little bit wider than I need, but I'm going to use that famous Robert Capa quote, if it's not a good photo, you need to be a bit closer. So I might be getting close to some stuff. I'm shooting exclusively in Astrea Soft, which is one of the film simulations which I quite like. I'm not sure it's exactly what I need for today, but you know, let's see what happens. It's very rich in terms of colour. It's quite saturated, and it's quite soft in terms of detail, which is fine because that'll suit my needs for today. Yeah, I've lived in this town on and off for the last 25 years, but I'm trying to explore places that I don't know very well, or maybe streets I've not walked down before, and I'm also trying to just look at the places that I know very well and try and look at them with a tourist's eyes. So let's see how we get on. And this is a little access lane that I've not walked on before. Got some buddleia out in bloom. Let's move that down to F2. So I live in a place called St Neots. It's in Cambridgeshire in the UK. It's about 10 miles away from Cambridge, which you probably have heard of, and it's on one of the main arterial roads that runs from London to Scotland. And when I came here, it was a pretty quiet little market town, and it's sort of grown every year since I've been here, and now it's really quite a busy sort of town. And it's sort of this interesting mix of town and countryside. So as you can see, we've got sort of great River Ouse behind me, runs out to the coast at Norfolk and has been used for sort of communications over centuries. And then the town itself can be quite busy, and I don't know if you can hear any road noises. People are coming into the town for Saturday morning. In terms of the channel, it's really interesting. Some videos that I'm not sure they're going to take off really take off, and others that I put a lot of love and attention into really don't capture an audience. And some of it is obvious. If I do a review of a particular lens or a tripod or whatever, that tends to get views. But I'm sort of more interested in trying to share my adventures, my little mini adventures when I go out and try and capture some photography. And I never know quite what I'm going to capture and if it's going to be any good. And I hope to be able to share with you some of the things, some of my thought processes which I carry on. One of the first set of videos that I made was how to use Lightroom, and that's been pretty popular. I think I made 6 little mini videos. I just wonder whether it might be worthwhile updating one of those videos just for new people, for people who are just starting out with Lightroom, as to how to use it. I exclusively use Lightroom Classic, as it's now called. It used to be just called Lightroom. So Lightroom Classic for me really suits my needs. I like to know where my files are. I like to know how to control them, and I think the new sort of online version, the cloud-based version, doesn't really do that. You're not quite sure where some of your files are. They're stored off in the cloud, and sort of controlling your archive can be a bit of an issue. Anyway, if anybody is interested in that, please leave me a comment below and I'll think about making it. If you like the swans, we have many swans, and they all live where the boathouse and the rowing club live, and they all get disturbed on a Saturday morning as the rowing club goes out, so they go out for their morning wander themselves. So I'm getting a few funny looks because I'm acting like a tourist in a place where there aren't any tourists. But that's fine. So far I haven't been challenged by anybody, and I also haven't seen anybody I know, which is probably a good thing. But I think it's really worthwhile trying to take new, fresh eyes to where you live, to just try and inspire you. And I think trying to put a limit on what you bring with you can really try and inspire your creativity. With the 18mm lens, you're pretty wide shot, so it affects what you can do. So this picture I took through the window of a cafe because of the way that the light was catching the woman's top. I really had to go and stand right by the window, and I got a few funny looks. So probably that affects what you can do, but it also tries to drive your creativity. What can I get with this particular camera, this particular lens, and see what comes up. And I think often you'd be quite surprised that having those limits on what you can do really opens up your creativity. So I'm going to crack on and see what else I can get. Okay, it's the next morning. The keen-eyed amongst you will notice that A, I've got a different t-shirt on, and B, I've had quite a severe haircut, but that's all good. So while I was out yesterday, I got a call. I had to sort of rush and get to do something, so in the end I didn't finish my little video yesterday, so thought I'd sneak out first thing this morning and see if I can get a few more pictures for this video. So it's nice and sunny this morning, but reviewing the pictures, which I've had a little chance to have a look at just through the EVF, where something is in full sun or full light, colours are incredibly rich, probably a little bit too saturated, but where you got backlight, where you in a little bit more softer light, the colours are just really nice and soft. So if you're going to use that film simulation, just a little bit careful, whether you want those really saturated colours, but I've promised myself that I'm going to share the pictures just as JPEGs. So I think some of them will come out all right, and some of them you think, wow, that's a little bit too saturated, possibly a little bit more editing required, and that's fine. This is just a little experiment to see what the particular film simulation looks like. So I'm finishing up now, so thanks very much for watching. There is one picture which I'm just going to show you now that I ended up shooting in monochrome because it was just cooling out for it. I've managed to lose the wind protector for my microphone, so I've just had to order another one. So it's been a mixed bag this morning, but I think I need some coffee and some breakfast, so I'm going to go find a local cafe. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now.